Hi there. This class is all about the upper and lower body, but in a different way. We're going to really focus around the shoulder blades, the scapula, really strengthening but mobilizing there, and then getting into the hips. But we're working with them together, I would say, in a challenging way, and you won't know because it kind of looks easy, but it's not. You won't know until you get into it. So all you need is your yoga mat. So come into quadruped. Spread the fingers wide. Push your shoulders up toward the sky. So that's protraction. So you're really spreading the shoulder blades away from the spine. Curl the toes and lift your heart. Look up. Release the toes. Exhale, cat. Curl the toes, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, round into your cat. I'm gonna lift my head a little bit so you can hear me. So keep shifting forward as you round the spine and let your head go. And one more time. Curl the toes, lift your heart, look up. And exhale, cat. Round and stay here, and little pulses, forward and back. And every time I just lift my head, it's so you can hear me a little bit better. Keep the arms straight, shifting forward and back, and chin to the chest. And now slowly come to a neutral spine. Protract the shoulders, so keep pushing the shoulders up toward the sky. Curl the toes, and we're gonna work on like scapula push-ups. So the arms are not gonna bend, you're just gonna get right in between here. So you want the shoulder blades to come together and apart. So spreading the fingers, coming back to quadruped. Lower the chest to the floor, make sure you don't drop the head. Keep the nose facing the mat, and then push the chest away. Lower the chest and push the chest away. And you can curl your toes, you can plantar flex, and lower the chest and chest away, and just keep going. And I really want you to feel your shoulder blades, your scapula move. Really getting that upper back to strengthen, but also to mobilize. You're moving your shoulder blade as it should. It moves in many directions, and this is one of them. Okay, now protract. We're gonna take it up a notch. Curl the toes, keep that protraction, and hover the knees, and again, pushing the chest away, foot lowering down and away. Try not to move the head and the neck, and make sure you don't bend the elbows. And one more set, and protract, lower down. Now we're gonna take care of the wrists because we were on them pretty strong. So take your left palm and flip it. Spread the thumb and the pinky away from each other. And just slowly start to shift back, breathing into the back side of the wrist. And you can control how far you shift back. So if your palm is lifting off like this or it doesn't touch, I really want you to stabilize it first so you get the productive stretch. And then shift back. Keep spreading the pinky and thumb away from each other so you really get the whole base of the wrist going into the forearm. And switch. Flip the right side down, spread the pinky and thumb away. Keep the shoulders protracted best you can, and again, shift back. And notice how this stretch feels on your dominant side. Shifting back and holding. Maybe this range is a little bit less on your dominant side, if your right side is. Okay, and now place the palms, curl the toes, lift up and back into downward facing dog. Now keep the knees bent, straight arms, look at your toes, and go for some thoracic pulses. And I have to say, as soon as I started one, I got a nice little crack in between my shoulder blades. Pushing straight arms, make sure you're using the finger pads. Keep looking at your toes so you're not lifting your head. Okay, now become still, keep the knees bent and pivot the hips and the feet side to side. Staying with your breath, and make sure those feet move so you're getting the ankle mobility, the knee, and the hip, besides the glutes and the lats. Okay, slowly become still, bend the knees, look forward, and hop to the front of the mat. Try not to make a sound. Inhale and exhale, fold. Inhale, circle all the way up, look up and squeeze the glutes. Bend the knees, hinge from the hip and fold. Inhale, circle all the way up, look up, squeeze the glutes. Bend the knees, hinge from the hip and fold. And again, inhale, circle up, look up, squeeze the glutes. Bend the knees, hinge from the hip and fold. Keep the palms flat and step into your plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Squeeze those glutes, make sure those knees are not on the mat. And then downward facing dog. Inhale to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Use those toes, downward facing dog. And one more time. Inhale to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Push straight arms. Inhale, the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, the foot between the palms. Lower the right knee down. Circle the arms all the way up for Anjaneyasana. Squeeze that back glute, that right glute, lifting your chest. And really allow that opening, the top of the hip going into the quad, staying with your breath. Okay, now from this position, bring your palms together and interlace the fingers, lower, down, and so my elbow doesn't touch. So you can wiggle your left foot off the mat to get both forearms and elbows down. And this is what I was talking about, the challenge where it might look easy. I don't know, to some it might. It really depends on your hip mobility and strength. Okay, so here's the thing. When you're in this position, try not to let the knee fall out to the side. I just want you to keep the knee facing forward, squeezing that left glute, because we're gonna take it up a little bit from here. Okay, so now, from this position, you're going to try and keep your forearms down the entire time coming into Skandasana. Curl the right toes, lift the knee, and maneuver. It's not easy into Skandasana. And no, my heel is not down. Try and keep the forearms down. Push the knee out. Dorsiflex the right foot. Stay with your breath. And you're protracting your shoulders, so you're really working the shoulders. Okay, now stay low and glide all the way over to the right, Skandasana, keeping the forearms down. So that's your challenge. So this is the harmony we're trying to get with the upper and lower body. Keep the foot dorsiflexed. Okay, now you're gonna keep the right knee bent and place the left foot down, slide to center, and try and get your butt lower, your hips lower, and push those knees out. Protract the shoulders, push those elbows into the mat. Let your head go. And from this position, straighten the legs and turn your big toes in and let your head go and shift your weight towards your palms. It's gonna feel like you're kind of falling. And hopefully this feels a little bit good. Strong feet pressing into the mat. Keep those shoulders protracted. And now release the palms. Come onto your palms into a flat back. And now we're just going to reverse everything. So pivot over to the back of the mat and make your way into downward facing dog to do the other side. Inhale, the right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. And exhale, the foot between the palm, left knee down, and circle the arms up. Now that you know what's going on, how this pose is going, the sequence, see if this side, since you know what it is, with the upper and lower body, maybe it's a little bit more open, maybe this side has a little bit deeper range. Okay, interlace the fingers, lower down, and again, you can move the foot off the mat. It does give you a little bit more space. And if you're opening those hips, good on you that you can do that, because I'm not there yet. Okay, squeeze the glutes of the left leg, the straight leg. Protract the shoulders. Keep sinking the hip. Stay with your breath. Okay, now we're going to prepare for that Skandasana variation. See if it can be a little bit more smooth than the last one, unlike mine. Curl the toes, lift the knee, and then pivot. Oh, yeah, I didn't get it. Into your Skandasana. Yeah, I'm still tight. Sink low, keep the shoulders protracted. And notice if the heel's down a little bit more than before. Okay, so stay low and glide over to the other side. So my heel is almost down on this side. Let's see. Oh, okay. Try it, shifting back, but really work that side glute to push the knee out. So both legs are very active. Okay, keep the left knee bent. Slide over to the middle. Bend both knees. Can you get your butt a little bit lower? Let your head go. Breathe into that outer hip. And then from here, straighten the legs. Shift your weight toward your palms. Turn your big toes in. And you can even go for a wider straddle. Protract the shoulders. Now, place the palms down, so unwind, come onto the palms, and pivot toward the front of the mat, and make your way into downward facing dog. Stretch out the spine, and release the heels, and go for one breath. Now, come down onto your knees, and sit on your heels. So this is going to help you with the next pose. So open up your arms, cross the left elbow over the right, and go for the bind. Now, if the spine doesn't work, you can have the back of the palms together. But the important thing is to draw the elbows up toward your nose. Push the pinky fingers away from the head. I'm going to turn to the side for a second, and you want to breathe into your upper back. Draw the bottom ribs in and down. Okay, slowly lower down, unwind, open up, and now cross the opposite way. Go for the bind. Keep drawing the elbows up. Pinky fingers away. See which variation you need. If you need the other one I showed you, go for it. But keep drawing the elbows up. It really opens up the upper back. Slowly lower down, open and lift your chest, release, and just go for some shoulder rolls. Okay, now place your palms down, and I invite you to try going into this position. We're coming into Malasana, so you're gonna hop into it. So you're just gonna place the palms and hop the feet. Now, if your heels aren't down, you can fold up the back side of the mat. Okay. So now you're going to take your left tricep inside the thigh, and you're going to take the right arm up and circle the wrist and look up. So turn with the head and the neck and work those side glutes and the wrist at the same time. And keep reversing the direction. Every part of the body is active, the upper and the lower. Okay, and then switch. Right tricep, palm down. Left arm up and circle the wrist. And keep looking up so you really get that range in the neck. And reverse the circle. Keep pushing those knees out using those side glutes. Okay, and then lower your butt down and just shake out the legs. Now we're going to do a little stretch that should feel good after all that. Okay, so take your right thigh down and cross the left on top. Now there's a couple parts to this that will help get a productive stretch. So you want to try And use your palms like I am. Push on the thigh bones to get the knees to stack. The last part is place your fingertips to lift your butt so that both sit bones are on the mat. Otherwise, you're going to be tilted and you're not getting the most productive aspect of the stretch. So this is specifically for the side glutes. So normally we would fold, but I want to try a little bit differently. So the left leg is on top. I want you to see how much you can ground down that sit bone. Place the right palm, see if you can lower the forearm down and take the left arm up, look up and circle the wrist and keep the feet active. It'll help the knees stay safe. Can you keep that left sit bone, the leg that's on top, can you keep it down and reverse the circle? Can you get that right elbow down? You're doing a lot at once, so coordination. Okay, and then slowly come back up, and then we'll just go to the other side, just for a little counterbalance. Now try and get the right sit bone down, and looking up, reverse the circle, and slowly come back up. Now lean back and switch legs. And I have to say, it can be drastically different from side to side. So do what you can to get those knees stacked. And again, use your fingertips to lift your butt so you can settle into both sit bones. Okay, so right leg is on top. We're going to go over to the left. So left forearm down, right arm up. I can tell you right now, my right sit bone is not down. And circle and look up. But keep trying to energetically get that sit bone down. So you're lengthening even though you are in a complex position, and reverse the circle. So this is so great to really stretch those side glutes that we really worked on a lot. And now slowly come back up and counter to the other side. And just notice, can you get my forearm down on this side? So this is a lot tighter with this side on top. Look up and reverse the circle. Good. And slowly release. Okay, now unwind. And I'm just going to turn forward and shake out the legs. Okay, so hopefully you broke a little bit of a sweat and you felt everything in your upper body and your lower body. So we worked on strength aspects and mobility. And then we got some stretches in between. So play with this, comment below if you noticed any difference from one side to the other, or if you play with the protraction and getting your forearms down and all those different poses. And what else you learned in this position about your practice. Remember, I am here to help you along your journey with mobility, flexibility, and strength to help you progress and wherever you're working in your life, because we can't just move with our head. We need our body to be healthy to move in the direction and to keep growing in our practice. I'm Janelle Ross, and I will see you next time.